Sky Sports News Radio. Get the latest updates at skysports.com/radio and via the Sky Sports apps.
I don't know about you, I have eaten already about 30 mince pies this week, and we're not even at Christmas. Right, hopefully I'll be able to help you out a bit, because I'm joined in the studio by Ian Entwistle and Colin Marshall from Southern Movements Gym in Leeds. Guys, thanks for popping in. I noticed you've both come in gym attire. You're already making me feel bad.
Yeah, no, good to be here, really, and talk a bit about what people can do and making sure that they don't fall into that trap of eating 30 mince pies, I guess.
We've been speaking with Danny Mills this week. He's one of the professional sports people you've been working with. So it's not just Joe Public you work with. You also work with professional guys as well. So hopefully at home you'll take a bit out of this. How much pounding, first of all, does the body take over the festive period?
I think with regards to the Christmas period, obviously people tend to they overindulge. The eating tends to increase over the Christmas period. So obviously you got to look at things like alcohol intake, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously there's a lot of eating sort of in a short period of time, much more than you normally would do. A lot of people will be drinking and they don't normally drink to that amount, drinking to excess, getting in a bit of a bad state. All these things obviously contribute to making you look and feel pretty bad, really. But it's just a case of really not trying to curtail that kind of excess to the point at which, because I mean, a lot of what we do, it's a habit, isn't it? It's like we feel like we have to do it, and with the kind of Christmas parties that people have to go to, and it's almost like an obligation to make sure you attend these.
And
things.
it is fun as well. I will point that out. I'm a sucker for a massive meal and a load of booze once every now and again.
And there you go. I mean, we had our Christmas do at the weekend, so we're not.
We are human.
Yeah, we do it. So
Don't look it, by the way, for the listeners at home.
There we go. So I think, that's the thing. It's knowing that, I think, sort of scheduling in that it is going to happen. You are going to do that. And it's not to feel too bad about it, really. And get back on it and making sure that, better habits are formed. Sort of, obviously, people, pick the new year to do that.
Yeah.
And I suppose that's what we're looking at, really.
Is it as tough for the professionals as well?
I think it's tough for anybody, really. You've got to think of people in all training environments. With regards to recovery, it is important to have a break from time to time. So it's I think it's a good thing to go off track on the odd occasion, but providing that when you get back into it, it's exactly where you need to be.
I think obviously for the professionals as well, it's. There's much more at stake, really, and I think the professionals probably can't afford to be drinking, for example, to excess. The professionals will have a different schedule to the regular members of public.
I mean,
really.
Sports science is huge, isn't it? It's a huge industry within sport these days.
Yeah, and this is it. I mean, there's we have people that these small kind of adjustments that people can make a big difference in an event. You have heads of marginal gains as part of sporting kind of a setup now. So these small differences make a huge difference overall. So it's the case of not. I mean, obviously you wouldn't be able to. They train and they will be playing probably on Boxing Day, and so they couldn't do it like we can. And I think that's the big difference really. Is Joe Public can afford a bit more slack. Unlike the professionals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I've already kind of confessed to it. I've been eating terribly lately. Like I say, when it gets to winter, I just feel like you should be able to indulge in whatever you want. But I'm also quite religious about getting back into fitness in New Year. How difficult is it then for someone like me, who's kind of let themselves go a little bit, then once we get to January or February time, to get themselves back in shape?
I think firstly, it's looking at your individual targets. What is it you want to achieve from training? If it is, if you've got set targets to where you want to be, then you've got to address nutrition. You've got to look at what your short and long-term goals are, and kind of take it from there. It's really important that you understand where you need to be prior to getting back into it. And once you do, then once you know that, then the rest is fairly straightforward.
It is. I mean, it's not just that. It's the acceptance that you would need to go and do something. But obviously, a lot of people have this urge come the new year.
Yep.
I mean,
the gym is always rammed, which is enough to put anyone off going.
Exactly.
Actually.
The gym will be full. The TV will be full of adverts for weight loss products, and that's the moment that people try and do it with the New Year's resolutions. I think the key is to be very is to be focused from the outset of what you're going to commit to. So don't be, that is in the form of maybe speaking to someone who does know, a personal trainer, someone with knowledge, to basically get your, like I said, goals set up, like Colin said, and work towards them, i.e. the nutrition and the training together. The big thing is getting the nutrition right after something like that. After Christmas.
Get through Christmas, enjoy it, and
Exactly.
then the message is get back in the gym in the new year.
Yeah, and just get the habit right, and go at it with, go for a fixed period of time. A lot of people will struggle and will tail off by probably before January's finished, and that is, I think, if you set a fixed point at which you want to get to, if you can stick to something religiously, then by the time you've seen some results, it's much easier then to sort of, because you're looking to form a habit for forever, really, not just that kind of cyclical up and down, and then get better again for summer so we can take our t-shirt off, that kind of thing. So it's much easier if someone can, stick with it for
it's a lifestyle change.
Yeah, for the year
rather
round.
than a short term. As soon as you turn something into a short term, well, if you work on short term goals, or if you think of things as a diet, then it tends to be. It's going to be a short term thing. Whereas if you set more of a long term goal, then you're more likely to sustain that for that period, really.
There you go, everyone. There is hope, even for me. So we'll be all right, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Enjoyed that. Thanks for popping in.
Thank you.
Sky Sports News Radio. Get the latest updates at skysports.com/radio and via the Sky Sports apps.